Hello and welcome to Astronomy Spotlight. My name is Kirk Rosberg. I'm the planetarium coordinator here at the Hastings Museum. And you might recall that last month, Mercury and Mars were actually in conjunction very low in the eastern sky before dawn. Turns out this month, it is Venus' turn to be in conjunction with Mars. The time period is February 20th through about the end of the month. So they're going to kind of stay pretty close to each other that whole time. If you will notice, looking east, southeast, turn on my labels. There we go. We can sort of see Venus and Mars close together. This is on February 20th before dawn, actually about 6:30 a.m., which is going to be the ideal time to see this. And we'll talk about the time frame here in a moment, but this is as they look on February 20th. Notice Venus much brighter and Mars kind of should be reddish and quite a bit dimmer. All right, I'm going to turn off my labels and we are going to go forward one day. This is the 21st, and you'll notice they are very close together. Now on the 22nd, one more day, they are at their closest, almost touching, in fact, but not quite. Now after that, go to the 23rd, and they begin to separate a little bit. On the 24th, separate a bit more. Let me turn on the planet labels. There we go. The words are kind of mixed up there because they are pretty close together. And the 25th, again, still fairly close. And then one more day, the 26th. And they are starting to separate a bit more. Let me turn off my labels. One more day, the 27th, and they are clearly moving away. And then the 28th. So that is that. Let me go back to the 22nd. This is going to be the best day, certainly weather permitting. So you'll definitely want to mark your calendar for Thursday morning, February 22nd at about 6:30 a.m. Now, despite having about a week to see Venus and Mars close together, the length of time you can watch is actually a very narrow window of about 6:20 to about 6:40, maybe 6:45 early in that week. So you'll need a clear, flat view of the east-southeastern horizon, and they will be quite low once again, just like last month. They will be very low in the sky. Venus, as always, will shine as a bright white star, which you can't miss. Of course, it is in fact known as the morning star because of its brightness. And Mars will appear reddish and quite a bit fainter. So that is that event. Now we are looking at the sky on the evening of February 14th. So on Valentine's Day evening, the moon and Jupiter will be very close together. As you can see, they will be sort of high up in the sky, kind of high roughly in the south. And let me turn on my labels. There we go. So we've got Jupiter and the moon very close together on the 14th. Just look for the moon and you'll also see bright Jupiter very close by. Now advancing one day, which I will do now, there we go, on the 15th. So the waxing crescent moon, Jupiter, and the famous Pleiades star cluster are now in a straight line. Pleiades are on the left, the moon is in the middle, and Jupiter is on the right. Now on the following night, as we advance one more day, the 16th, there we go. Now we've got the moon and the Pleiades, also known as the Seven Sisters, side by side. They are right next to one another. Looks like the moon on the left, the Pleiades just off to the right slightly, and of course Jupiter further away on the right as well. Interestingly, next month there will also be a similar alignment of these objects, and you can find out more about that in the next episode of Astronomy Spotlight. And if you have any questions you might want answered on Astronomy Spotlight, please send an email to the address right over here. So thank you all for watching, and we'll see you again next month.